trees inside.
Hello everyone, I trust you're fine. Welcome back on EDucaZia YouTube channel. I'm Aziza Bouabdallah, I'm a consultant, coach and author, and I'm very glad to welcome you on another podcast on the theme of the 3 levels of listening. So welcome everybody, feel free, put your headphones and we'll start now. Human beings are not solitary creators. We thrive on our connections with one another, and those connections are what communications are about. And it's through listening and communication that everything we achieve gets done, actually, from raising a child to going to the grocery or opening a restaurant or a business, whatever it is. But while talking is easy, without the ability to listen keenly, communication goes nowhere. To talk about myself, before coaching, if I am honest, utilizing the different levels of listening was not something I was used to. I generally had plenty to say and a belief that everyone else was bound to be interested in my wisdom. This doesn't work when you're coaching because coaching uses unique listening techniques. And that is why I've had to learn about the fundamentals of good listening and be a good listener. But the thing is that is struck me most of all is that it's incredible what you can hear when you really listen. So what are actually the 3 levels of listening I am actually talking about? I have been trained by CTI. CTI is a coactive training coaching, and we talk about the 3 levels of listening. It is very important to understand that, and this is going to move you into another level of connection and understanding. What distinguishes them is where you focus as you listen to the person that you're with. So the level 1 of listening is listening primarily to yourself or your own thoughts or agenda. You could be focusing on any number of things. Maybe you're thinking what to say next in the conversation, and so maybe only half hearing what the other person is saying actually. Maybe you're wondering what to have for lunch for later, or you are wondering if you left the gas on before leaving the house. And anyway, you are not really in the present and you're pretty much in your thought and in your mind. The key thing is that in this level 1 listening, you're not really fully hearing the other person. This is where we're moving to the next level of listening. We call it the level 2, where you are intensely focused on what the other person in front of you is saying. Nothing is distracting you. Thoughts about the past or the future don't intrude. Even your own ideas, they don't get in the way of you hearing the other person. The next stage and the ultimate stage of listening is the level 3. It is also completely directed towards the other person, towards what's going on around you and the other person as well. It has a wider focus. You hear more than just the words they're saying. You pick up on all sorts of other things. The body language, the inflections and tone of their voice, the pauses and hesitations. It's like you can hear sound effects in their mind. The clink of a penny dropping, the thud as they hit a wall. You can feel them straining to avoid something or pulling towards something, and you have a sense of what that might be. So, having said that, now that you have a clearer idea about what are those 3 levels of listening, it is now time to know how to unlock the higher levels of listening, to become more aware about what's going on for the person in front of you. It's in levels of communication 2 and 3 that the coactive coaching is actually taking place. It is even stronger and powerful. This is where you really let yourself be on the receiving end of someone else and their agenda. Here's a simple experiment you can do to demonstrate the difference between levels of listening. First of all, you can start practicing your levels of listening and getting together with someone else. Take a moment to think of something you really love, a particular interest or hobby perhaps, or favorite book or film. Take it in turns to talk about the thing you love for, say, 2 minutes. So each one of you is going to take 2 minutes to talk about the thing you love. When you are engaging in the first of the levels of active listening, don't ignore the person, but don't let them hook into you in either. Think about what you want to say on this subject, or let random thoughts distract you when you're talking and when you're listening to. Notice what that's like. So we are asking you first to be very here in the present with the level 1 listening. And notice what is it like to not ignore the person in front of you, but to not create either a connection with that person. Do it again, but this time, when you are listening, actually really focus. Focus, be fascinated, be alert to anything that makes you think, oh, wow, oh, I want to know more about that person, about that thing that she really likes. However it is, small or large or big, this is important when polishing the different levels of listening in communication skills. Do it a 3rd time. When you're listening this time, try to be aware about what this feels like to the other person. Feel their energy. Notice the glint in their eye even, the animation in their body language. Open up all your senses and be receptive to what the other person is opening to show you. Do this and you will start to feel the power of the higher levels of listening. This experiment, you can repeat it, varying and playing with it as you go. Try to choose different topics, things that you hate even, things of utter indifference. If you're feeling really ambitious, try really taking on level 3 listening by doing the exercise without talking. Just use grunting, body language, whatever you like as long as you don't talk, and see what you can hear then. I hope this podcast helped you out with the 3 levels of listening, and I'm sure it will really help you to improve and increase your levels of listening and communication skills. If you want to know more about EDucaZia, it's really easy. Just subscribe. You will get more videos, more podcasts, more updates on the trends on coaching and personal development. And stay tuned then for more videos. Thank you so much for your attention, and I see you soon.